Hello all, welcome to Thought Provoker channel 30 book series. Book number 3 of this series is Fahrenheit 451, which means that it is the temperature at which book paper catches fire and burns. It is a dystopian novel written by Ray Bradbury, published in the year 1953. The author Bradbury has written this book because of the events that took place at his time and his concerns about the book burning in the society and the influence of mass media on people. Though it is written long back ago, the book is still relevant for today's society because it talks about suppressing cultural, religious and political opposition. We all could see this now, how governments use some laws and mass media to suppress the individual freedom and thinking and diverting the people from major issues. To give an example for suppressing religious freedom, in the recent time, a law was passed by the Russian government in the year 2002. Based on this law, Russian courts imposed ban on the translations of Quran and Bhagavad Gita on the charges of religious extremism. However, the ban has been lifted due to the large agitations and criticism received from the countries around the world. This event clearly shows that Russian government wants to suppress other ideologies against communism because communist ideology does not believe in gods. In the same way, we could see the similar incidents happening to suppress the cultural and political opposition in different countries around the world. Coming to this book, it mainly focuses on the historical role of book burning in suppressing dissenting ideas and the destruction of literary and cultural writings, and how the mass media in future reduces interest in reading literature and books, and how it makes people unconcerned about the important issues in the society. Now, let's look at some of the events which impacted the author and he got inspired to write this book. First one is extreme opposition to communism in the United States of America during 1940s to 1950s. After the World War II, a fear is spreading across the America that the world is going to be dominated by communist ideology. At that time, the then US Senator Joseph McCarthy was fundamentally against communist ideology, and he feared that the citizens and the children would be corrupted by the communist practices led by many schools and libraries. Therefore, he started suppressing this ideology by sending the hundreds of people into the jail who are in favor of communism without any evidence. Further, to regain his power, he started calling his critics and political opponents as communists and communist sympathizers and punished them to clear his opposition. The second event is Nazi book burnings in 1930s. The Nazi book burnings is a campaign conducted by the German Student Union in the Nazi Germany and Austria. In this campaign, books are targeted for burning which are representing ideologies opposing the Nazism. The targeted books are mainly written by Jewish, classical liberals, socialist and communist authors. The third event is the Great Purge in Russia from 1936 to 1938. Here the purge means removal of the people who are opposing the people in the power. The forms of removal range from imprisonment to exiling to murder. The Great Purge happened in Russia is about Stalin's campaign of political repression. During this period, Stalin started arresting the people and often killed who are challenging his policies within the party and from opposition groups and their supporters like writers, journalists and poets. He did all of these to regain power with himself. Fourth one is advent of mass media and technology. Author Bradbury understood that how the TVs and radios could act as a distraction to the people from the important affairs happening in the society. All these incidents and events impacted author Bradbury to write this book. He has done the wonderful job in scripting these themes through the characters set in the story. The main characters in this book are the fireman named as Montag in the book and the main protagonist in the story. He was employed to burn the books and the houses of the people who read the books which are against the ideology of the government. Initial days, the fireman takes pleasure in his profession, but soon he begins to question the value of his profession and his life. The situation happened later on in his life made him realize that he was burning the greatest literary and cultural works. Throughout the novel, Montag struggles with his existence and eventually hates the censored society and joins an underground network of intellectuals. With his newfound friends, he dedicates himself to rebuild a literary and cultural society. Another important character is a teenage girl, named as Clarice in the book. She was very intelligent, free-thinking, naturally cheerful and unorthodox person. She lives adjacent to Fireman's house and slowly becomes a friend of him. He makes Fireman to learn about his life and examine his own perceived happiness. And the next character is Millie. She is the wife of Fireman Montag. She is a person who addicted to the sleeping pills, obsessed about the entertainment shows played in the televisions, and indifferent to the oppressive society around her. Author portrayed her character as a person addicted to the entertainment shows in the mass media, which in turn makes her unconcerned about the important issues in the society. We all come across these three characters in our life, similar to Fireman who does the job without knowing what it is, like the intelligent girl who guides us in the life, and similar to Millie who ruins her life because of the addiction. With this, I would like to end the summary of this book. I will bring another thought-provoking book in the next video. Till then, bye bye. And don't forget to post your views in the comment section.